Chapter 12. Animal Abuse. Respond to people with the heart of Jesus. Listen and believe. They may be telling you of deep pain and trauma. Dr. Sharon O'Brien, Catholics for Family Peace. Tracy came to me distraught one evening and asking for help. She said no one else would help her because she wasn't in danger and did not have children. She had recently left Tyler, her abusive boyfriend, but he was holding her beloved cat Luna hostage. In the past, Tyler had held up Luna by the scruff out a 3-story window and had threatened to drop her if Tracy wouldn't have sex with him. He was currently keeping Luna at his apartment and refusing to feed her so that Tracy would have to come to his apartment where he could continue his abusive treatment of her every day to assure that Luna had food and water. Tracy didn't know how to get the cat away because Luna was not being abused in a way that was noticeable. Tyler would not allow Tracy to take Luna with her, and other advocates could not help because the situation did not fit the standard criteria. Although Tracy viewed Luna as her baby, state law considered animals property. After talking with Tracy for a few minutes, I learned that Tracy had records of Luna's immunizations and of her being spayed. The records were in Tracy's name, as was a record of Luna's adoption. With those papers in hand, Tracy was able to get escort assistance from the police to retrieve her cat as stolen property. Some people may judge Tracy harshly for not abandoning her beloved pet to save herself. But those who do need to be careful of falling into the error of victim blaming. Tracy's story is not unique. In another case I worked on, the husband had become so jealous of his wife's love for her pet that he had begun poisoning the pet's food. He would also spray the pet's bedding with chemicals. At one point, he adopted a cat, but as soon as his wife bonded with the cat, he forced her to give it away because it was his cat. Animal abuse nearly always involves some kind of psychological and emotional abuse like this. Remember, abuse is all about controlling the victim. One study found that as many as 20 to 30% of victims will choose to stay with an abuser longer than they otherwise would because they can't bear to leave a pet behind. Indeed, one of the challenges advocates face when working with women who are trying to leave abusive relationships is finding a shelter that will also allow for women to bring their pets with them when they leave. Kirsten Gregory, Director of Animal Cruelty Response and Prevention at the Animal Sanctuary Pasado's Safe Haven, explains that the abuser sees animal threats and abuse as a method of control and an approach for terrorizing victims. Domestic violence, child abuse, and animal abuse are strongly linked and often occur together in the same household. When animal abuse is present, it is an indicator of how bad the abuse toward the victim is. A 2017 study found that 89% of women who had companion animals during an abusive relationship reported that their animals were threatened, harmed, or killed by their abusive partner. A 2022 report found that animal cruelty and interpersonal violence, as well as other socially undesirable conduct such as bullying, antisocial personality disorder, rape, and serial murder, are closely related. Helpers should take it seriously whenever a victim mentions that animals are being abused, due to the underlying pathologies of abusers who will harm pets in order to control their victims, and a victim's probable desire to stay in order to protect their pet. These situations are extremely volatile.